If you're a real estate agent running online ads or even thinking about it, this video is going to show you how we build everything behind the scenes. My name is Sid Chandra. I've been a real estate agent for over 10 years. And over the last few years, we've been running an agency called Sell More Homes, where we've helped over 100 agents across North America scale their businesses with online ads and an AI system. Many of them are now doing six figures and beyond from leads we generate for them. What I'm going to show you today is a walkthrough of the full setup, the actual ad build, the funnel, the CRM automation, all of it. This is a behind the scenes look at what our clients pay thousands of dollars for. I'm not going to sell you anything in this video. I'm just going to show you how it all works. Let's get into it. Here's what we're going to cover today. First, I'm going to show you how we build the ad campaign inside Meta, the campaign structure, the targeting, why we set it up the way we do. Then I'll walk you through the funnel, the landing page, the thank you page video, and how we turn a click into an opt-in and then into a booked appointment. After that, I'll show you inside our CRM the automations we use to nurture leads once they come in, including the database reactivation campaigns we run to revive old leads and our AI qualification system. By the end of this video, you'll understand how the whole system fits together. Let me pull up my screen. So this is where everything starts, inside the Meta Business Ad Manager. This is where we build, and you're going to notice we do things a little bit differently here. First off, I'll share some proof of concept with you guys here. As you can see, my Meta Ad Manager, the date is just from the last 30 days. I spent 12K on my own ads. So I know a thing about how ads work, and I'm going to go into exactly how we do this for agents now. So let's say we click create and we are about to launch a campaign for leads. I almost always have the objective as them going into a landing page, because leads that go into a landing page tend to have higher intent than just having to click a pre-filled form on Facebook and then put in their information. The more steps they need to go through, the higher their motivation is typically. Now, first thing I'm going to do is label my campaign. So for instance, now that I'm recording this, March 21st, 2026, put that in, and then depending on if it's a video or image ad, I would add that in here too. And labeling your, let's just say your ads is going to help tremendously once you have multiple campaigns going out. You'll know which one's working, and that way you can turn off the losing ones. Moving on to the budget, I usually recommend at least starting out with a $10 a day budget. Obviously, the more you spend, the faster you get the data in what's working and what's not, and you can quickly make decisions and improve the quality of leads you get. Let's say we start with $10 just for argument's sake here. Typically, that's enough to start with. Now, if you're in Canada and the US, you will always have to pick the housing category as where you are advertising, because Facebook has strict guidelines on people that run ads for real estate purposes. So pick housing or your ad will get rejected. Then go into next, label this as well. The same thing, March 21st, 2026, image. Well, actually, it's a video ad, so we're going to go with video. And then website and instant forms works well. That's what I would keep it at. So that way they fill out an instant form easily. So you capture their info, and then they get led to an actual landing page as well. And I'll share more about that in a second. As we go along, everything else here can stay the same. Now, this is for pixel purposes. I'll have another video on how you can retarget your audience. Usually after a couple of months, you've gathered some data, and now you should retarget those people so you build more trust and they are more likely to work with you. The schedule can stay the same. I never like to put an end date to the date. Dynamic creatives is very useful if you have multiple creatives, like multiple videos or images that are serving the same purpose. If you throw them into a dynamic creative campaign, you almost get fresh content shown to your prospects every time. That increases the chances of them opting in and lowers your cost per lead. Location, this is a big one, right? So since I'm in Ontario, let's say I'm in Richmond Hill, I'm gonna pick pick Richmond Hill as city here. And yeah, like a radius can be tight, doesn't need to be too large. I like to go with like a 20-mile radius here. So 20 miles radius. We keep going. I like to stick to one location. Don't try mixing it up there. And everything else can stay the same. Placements, it's best with a small ad budget to let Facebook decide what placements to go with. As your ad budget increases, it's helpful to start manually using the placements. Now for the title here as well, I'm going to go with March 26th. Or actually March 21st, 26 video. All right. And then as far as the actual ad goes, we're going to start with always have your Facebook page connected. That way your audience sees your post as well. Have your Instagram connected. So you're also targeting people on Instagram. And then for the lead form, well, first we're going to need a destination, right? So I have our destination as sellmorehomes.com. You can choose whatever your destination is. It could just be basically a website. We're not necessarily going to be sending people to this destination because when they opt in, they're going to be filling out a form ideally. And now this is where we're going to create the lead form, right? This is where the magic happens actually. So label it again, March 26th, or actually 21st, 2026, and then buyer lead form, for instance. Okay. I like to keep it as high volume. You could do a higher intent as you say. There are a few different ways to do this. So more volume is ideal when you have a tight qualifying process once these leads opt in. Like if you use AI or automations or a real inside sales agent to call your leads, having a more volume campaign helps. If you're going to run a higher intent campaign, it's likely because you don't have the manpower to qualify leads once they opt in. Then you would ideally want probably fewer leads, but more higher intent leads. You could even go a step further and have these leads verify their phone numbers when they opt in. It's not recommended in this case because we use AI, and I'm going to show you how we do it. I'm going to go with more volume for now. The title. So for the headline, I like to put in something that is captivating, that is disruptor, a pattern disruptor, right? So I will put something like lowest price and stress-free purchase guaranteed, right? That way that piques their interest. Now I would want to put in here, fill in your information to receive these properties instantly. And something short and simple. As we go into the next step here, the two real main questions that I like to put in is, are you working with an agent? Right? A simple yes or no. And then another question would be, if they have a down payment, do you have a down payment of at least, let's say 50,000, for example, right? Now, depending on your market, you're obviously going to change that number. Okay. The next thing would just be the name and full name. I like to put in a phone number option as well. So I'm going to put in phone number there, and that should not be optional. Next thing is going to be fill in your information below. All right. But keep that simple. You could change it around here. So you could basically, yeah, I like to keep it the same, but that's something you could look at changing maybe if you run a different campaign later on. The link for the privacy policy. So that could be found on your brokerage website or your personal website. So I have Amar client's privacy policy right here in his website. So I'm going to just actually copy this link and paste it right here. Okay. And then you could just say visit Amar's privacy policy. No need to really add any disclaimers. And instead of saying thanks, you're all set, I like to say wait, you're not done yet. That way they feel like, okay, there's more. And then click below to receive your personalized list of properties instantly, updated daily with location, price, and details to make an informed decision. Right? And then lead it to your landing page. This is what I was talking about earlier on, that I like to send traffic to the landing page, A, to be able to track it, but B, to be able to capture higher intent. So for Amar's landing page, we have his website pulled up right here, and his landing page is right here. I'll show you what the landing page looks like later, but it's going to go in here. Okay. And now once that's done, you're going to hit publish, and bam, the lead form is ready to go. Now for the creative, which is where it actually starts to get interesting. I know I said video earlier, but I don't have an actual video to use. I'm going to show you image campaigns first. And then, of course, video would be just easier because you're just going to throw on whichever video you recorded. Now, for image campaigns, I have a bunch of different campaigns pulled up here. So if we're doing downsizing, I like to use creatives that are one level. If we're going to do a list of homes, that would be something like this. Let's say I use one of these, right? It should always be a grid style, 3 exterior photos. I like to put 1 interior photo in there just to mix it up and make it look like it is attractive. So now that I downloaded that picture, I'm gonna pull it up on our creative form here. Where is it? There we go. Setup creative, image add, and then I'm gonna just drag that right here. Once it's ready, there we go. Select that. Make sure it's formatted correctly, right? Like this here, that's okay if it has a few bars on the side, as long as it's not cropped or blocked off completely. Now for the primary text, headline, and description, I have a few different options here in this document, but, and this is something that we can share over to you if you comment below with document. We can send this document with different campaigns with you. But let's say now that we're putting out a list of homes campaign, you can copy this right here, put it into the description, right? So attention, let's say Brampton, looking to buy your next home in some of Brampton's most desirable homes. I always like to use a price that's very attractive, like below the average price in the area. So let's say, like obviously you want to switch this up. Say homes start at $1 million there. I'm gonna go with $999. Right? Or better yet, an $899. I know in Brampton you can get homes for a lower price. So I would challenge you to even go lower, like let's say $599. You'll get even more interest that way. Once again, make sure you take out the wherever it says city, change that to Brampton. But other than that, it is ready to go, right? So now the headline. For the headline, you could put in something like affordable homes starting at $599. So we're gonna put that in. All right. And then for the primary text. So for our primary text, it could be, or actually this should have been primary text and this should have been the description. So this is why it helps to have, yeah, let's just copy this first, this in there, and then let's put the description in here. Make sure there are no blank spaces, and bam, it's all set. I like to keep this as learn more. Enhancements, not really required. Just proofread it once, and then go ahead and hit next. And now you have a complete campaign ready to go, okay? It has everything hooked up, including the landing page. The only thing we haven't done is set up our pixel yet, which I will cover in another video. So once this ad is posted, you're going to start seeing leads come through. Now, the next thing we want to look at is if it's connected to your CRM. Speaking of CRM, the first thing they're going to see when they click that website at the very last step of the lead form is their landing page. This is what our client's landing page looks like. It's a video of him thanking them to opt in and asking them to book a call with him to get more information. As you look below here, we can see that it says, it has his calendar for them to book a call with him. The whole idea here is to keep it simple, not too much text. Give them a reason why they need to book a call with him to get more information. They see him, so it almost creates a little bit of trust before they even get on the call this way. This video is supposed to be only 30 to 60 seconds long, and it's very catchy. It's supposed to have a reason why they should work with you, ideally some sort of a guarantee or performance-based result that they're going to get. Like, hey, if you don't find a house with us in 30 days, you can fire us. Or if we don't find you a house that meets your criteria in 30 days, we'll pay you $500, right? Something that sounds confident and gives them a reason to reach out to you. Next, we're going to go into Go High Level itself. This is where leads live. This is where they're gonna opt in and basically get to know who you are and like really start conversing with you. I'm gonna show you an example of what a conversation looks like with a lead that opts in. And this is really important if you're gonna go with the ad that has higher, like lower intent, more volume, because then you need a system to qualify the leads. So let's say this lead comes in. First thing it receives is an email thanking them to sign up and asking them really where they can receive, where they prefer to receive the list, whether it's email, text, phone call, what they prefer. Then a voicemail gets dropped by our system, then a text as well. Now, after the text, if they don't respond, the next day they get another text asking, hey, where do you want me to send this list? This lead responded, text is fine. Now AI kicks in. Awesome. What do you prefer, buying or selling right now? Not for another year. For now, I want to understand the current market. It's very normal. They may even want to start looking right away, but they don't want to be pressured. Totally understand. No pressure here. And this is all AI, folks. Amar is probably busy doing showings or going to a listing presentation, but AI is working on his behalf, qualifying the leads. Well, totally understand. This is where this call is just to help you get a clear understanding of where you're at, what's a good time to connect, right? So now it's asking timeframes. I'm available in the morning. Can you accommodate that? Yes, absolutely. What time works best? She said 10 a.m. is fine. Perfect. Lock you in for Sunday 10 a.m. And then the call is booked. Message got sent. Email was also confirmed. And then she responded, you're all set. And this is AI in action. The reason why this is so important is because I hear time and time again that people say, oh, online leads don't work. I barely got any appointments. And ask yourself, how quickly are you reaching out to the lead? Is it within minutes, hours, or days, right? The AI system we have in place reaches out to the lead within seconds. That ensures the pickup rate is as high as it possibly can be. Now, in addition to this, we have automations that go out based on when the lead's looking. For instance, if an appointment is set, text reminders get sent out when the appointment is coming up. Or if, let's say, the lead is looking in 3 to 6 months, it's going to receive messages based on their timeline. If you sent them the list of homes, then you would put them into this bucket, and eventually it will follow up asking if they liked anything in the list itself. So all these buckets are set up in a way to help prospects make decisions and reach out to you when they're ready. So that's the entire system. And to be transparent, a lot of people think that they can build something like this themselves. You sure can. It may take you a couple hours, couple days, couple months. Just ask yourself though, is it worth your time building this out? Because there will always be something new to add on, which you will then again have to invest more time to improve and refine. Not to mention, if there's any bugs or technical issues that come up, do you have the time to fix them or want someone to handle that part for you? I have not gone into the video ad funnel with you, nor have I discussed how we use inside sales agents, which are real humans, to qualify the leads. This was just a basic overview of our buyer list of homes campaign. We run the similar type of setup for downsizing campaigns, for seller campaigns, investor campaigns. And then we also have a voice AI that calls the lead when it opts in. For instance, when you see this lead that has come in, it came in on March 20th. AI called the lead twice, then left a voicemail, then called the lead again later in the day. It didn't get a hold of them. So I tried again the next day. So AI will continue to call the lead until the appointment gets booked, or the lead says they want to be called at a specific time. If you'd like to hear how our AI voice caller sounds, because there are a lot of them out there in the market, and I can tell you from experience, the one we have sounds very much like a human, almost like your assistant, and it's very customizable, as opposed to the ones in the market that are more like robots in most cases. Hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like any of the resources I've shared, like the template for the images or the text or the lead form technicalities, comment below and we can send that over to you. Hope you found this video helpful. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this if you did. Until next time, sell more homes.